Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome to Sakura Angels. Sakura Angels is a sequel, or it was made after Sakura Spirit. And since you guys enjoyed Sakura Spirit a lot, I think I'm gonna continue on with the Sakura series. So, this is Sakura Angels. I think this is the continuation of Sakura Spirit, so let's see where this leads us. Every night, I have the same dream. Every night, I'm always brought back to this place without fail. What place? Darkness? Evil? Scary darkness? I think I said that. And then every morning I'll wake up with no memory of this place at all until the next time I fall asleep. That sounds like a really bad nightmare. Not a single night has went by without any consciousness being dragged into this abyss. This realm is devoid of light, so much so that I can't even see my hand in front of my face, no matter how desperately I wave it. Maybe we should get a candle? Flashlight? It's a dream, right? Nightmare. I mean, you could still, get something out of it, right? The concept of sound is just as absent, my steps silent and my distressed cries swallowed by the bordering darkness as quickly as they had left my mouth. I'm in a bleak, barren wasteland of nothingness. Yeah, I can pretty much see that as nothing. Spending any prolonged amount of time here begins to make me doubt even my own existence. Well, I mean, you can see nothing, so you're existing, right? But you see nothing. Yet, despite feeling suffocated by a striking absence of anything, I know I'm not alone. Something is watching me. How do you know? You see nothing. Stalking me from the shadows. What shadows? Everything is a shadow. You see nothing. I can't say for sure what it is, but every once in a while I'll catch sight of something from the corner of my view. A pair of burning bright eyes fixated purely on me. Well, that's something. I mean, you said you see nothing, but now you see something. They hate me. Well, I mean, have you given a cake? I'd give a cake. A balloon? A Game Boy? Despise me. There's an overwhelming sense of animosity radiating from whoever they belong to. Why? What'd you do? I know they want nothing more than to lash out and attack me, but something is holding them back. Are you in a barrier? Force field. A force they truly despise. Invisible chains that bind and restrict them from the one thing that is on their mind. Ooh. At first, when I began dreaming about this place, the eyes were distant, like glimmering stars. Oh. But with each passing night, the eyes seem to inch ever closer and shine ever brighter. I think whatever force has been holding them from me is beginning to fade. That's not good. What would happen when these eyes reach me? Maybe you should give them balloons. Maybe they'll be happier. I shudder to think. Maybe write them cards? Maybe they want candy. I know it's just a dream, so I shouldn't be afraid. But everything I experience here is so vivid. Well, if you know if it's a dream, then you can't just wish for stuff in your dream? It is your dream, right? None of the usual murky haze that shrouds such dreamlike environments seems to exist here at all. I have perfect clarity. I can feel the stagnant, freezing air all around me, enough to incite a shiver out of me every once in a while. Since I'm so used to this dream, I know how it'll end. How? Do you just wake up? Do you give them cake? I knew it! I'll wade through the darkness for what seems like an eternity, never finding anything, until the morning finally comes and pulls me out of this nightmare. Oh, I was kind of right. At least, that was how it usually ended. Something is different tonight. Oh. Those hateful, burning eyes that always kept just out of sight before. I'm suddenly confronted by them. Never before have they been so close. Never before have I stared straight back into them. Their narrowed, piercing gaze roots me to the spot, and a shooting pain surges through me. I can't move. It's like a paralyzing, look. I can't breathe. And then, from out of the darkness, a crooked smile spreads, just as sinister as the eyes. So close. I can practically taste the freedom. It won't be long now. Enjoy the peace while you can, boy, for your days are numbered. And then everything shall change. Oh, that's a lovely dream. Ah, great dream to have. My head is killing me. I wouldn't doubt that. Having those dreams every time, every day. These morning migraines are the worst. Yeah, migraines are the worst. Cluster headaches are the worst. Or they're worse than migraines. Every morning, without fail, I always wake up to a sensation, unlike my skull being pounded by a jackhammer. Yeah, I should probably get that checked out. Yeah, that was the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. That headache. Ooh, thump, thump, thump. It's almost like a heartbeat. I feel like my head is going to split open. It's weird though, because even though the pain is so intense, it never lasts long. Yeah, mine lasted forever. Oh my gosh. In the space it takes me to get up and head for school, the pain is usually reduced to just a dull throb at the back of my skull by then. So it isn't too much of a hassle in the grand scheme of things. Headaches are the worst. But it certainly isn't a fun way to wake up. You can say that again. I just find it odd how consistent it seems to be. Anyway, enough pondering these weird mysteries. It's time to tackle the day. Yeah! After a moment of wrestling with my blankie, I swing my legs around and drag myself out of bed with my... Is that pink? I think those are pink sheets, right? Okay, because everything else is red. A quick, I lost my place. I was looking at my blankie. A quick look at my bedside clock tells me it's still early. Too early. Bedside clock? What bedside clock? You don't got no bedside clock. You be lying to me. I don't even know this person's name. I mean, I know my name. I don't know this person's name. If I had it my way, the world wouldn't start until at least a good way into the afternoon. Well, how would that work? But sadly, life just isn't that wonderful. Pulling back the curtains to let the light flood into my room, I suppressed the urge to let out a hiss, almost blinding myself in the process. Too bright? I mean, it is the sun. I mean, it only has one setting. Bright. The rest of my time getting ready is spent fighting with my uniform, a tie becoming all the more problematic to put on when you're half asleep. Oh, good thing I never had to put on a tie. Never went to private school, public school. I didn't have to put on a uniform. Oh god, I think I've actually got my hand stuck in it. Oh, well. Never had that issue. Almost choking myself to death in the most pathetic fight ever, I finished putting on the tie, the rest of my uniform complying peacefully with me. Unable to find a comb, I settle for just flattening my hair down with my hands. Blinking into the mirror, I'm left staring back at someone with messy black hair. What mirror? What is this guy talking about? What is he looking at? Where's the clock? There's no clock. A mirror? No mirror. Close enough. Somewhat dressed and somewhat ready, I stumble out of my room, my legs still not fully awake. Uneven steps carry me dangerously down the stairs and I soon emerge into the kitchen. I'm greeted by silence. Where's everyone? The kitchen is empty. There's a tea kettle. Hey, it looks like my tea kettle. A familiar scene for me. Aww. My parents are what you might call workaholics. Basically, they spend more time at their respective jobs than they ever do here. Aww, I'm sorry. I only ever get to catch them during the evening while we're eating, and then everyone is off to bed and the cycle repeats. I mean, do they ever have time off to, spend a day with you? Don't get me wrong, I understand they have to work in order to keep us living comfortably, so I don't hate them for it. Well, there you go. I mean, at least you got that. Got that idea. It's just that I don't know. Lonely? Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's no use moping about it. It's been like this for years. I don't know why I was getting all emotional about it now. Cause it's probably been in your subconscious for so long. The plus side of them not being around is that I quickly had to learn how to cook for myself. There you go. Where'd you learn how to cook? Eggs? Bacon? Steak? Bugatti? It's amazing how fast you can adapt to that sort of stuff when you're starving. I don't think I have enough time for anything fancy to eat for breakfast, so I'll just settle for toast. What? Toast? That's it? What about cereal? Cereals? That's not fancy at all. Cereal's a good way to start your breakfast. I eat cereal every day. And then there's eggs and bacon. I'm making myself hungry now. You can never go wrong with toast. Unless you make it like black. Just burn it. then you can, yeah. Okay, you might be able to go wrong with toast. Yeah, see? I have sudden traumatic flashbacks to when the toaster erupted into flames. Oh, I never had that happen before. Ah, what a day that was. Yeah, okay, I don't know how you did that, but I've learned from my mistakes now. It won't happen a third time. How'd you do that? I'm confuzzled. Having devoured the only slightly charred toast, I sling my bag over my shoulder before starting for the front door. I give the empty house one last look over before opening the front door. It's kind of depressing to have no one to say goodbye to. You have the tea kettle. You have that wibbly wobbly thing on the table. But again, this has been the same for every weekday morning since forever ago. Oh! This is a nice city. there's no one here. Where's everybody? The sun is shining high in a cloudless sky. Birds are chirping overhead. Waves of students are passing by, happily chatting with one another as they all make their way to school. What are you looking at? I don't see anybody. It's all so horrible. Wow, what a great outlook. I'm not much of a morning person, so I can't even begin to fathom how everyone can be so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. I mean, it's taking all my willpower just to be able to put a foot in front of the other without just crumpling to the ground. I just hope the breakfast kicks in and gives me the energy I need before I'm forced to literally drag myself through the school gates. You didn't even drink milk or orange juice. I was gonna say OJ, and then I said orange at the same time. That's weird. While keeping my head down and the eyes glued to the ground as I soldiered on, I suddenly noticed that the vibrant atmosphere from before is gone. Well, I mean, it's the same. I don't know what you were looking at before. Are you still sleeping? I don't know what's going on. Silence has completely taken over my steps, the only thing making any noise. The air is still. Huh. That's a bit strange. Bringing my head up, I met with an unsettling sight. The street is deserted. No students. No cars. And even the cheerful chirping of the birds is gone. What? I hurry on forward, hoping to at least run into somebody. Anyone. Oh, spooky music. Even the sun's once golden rays seem muted, the world tinged in dreary tones. But there still isn't a cloud in the sky. What? I see clouds. I see rays. Okay, this is definitely starting to freak me out. I need to just... A splitting pain shoots through my head, stopping me in my tracks. Like a searing poker being thrust through my skull. Like a migraine? A headache? Now? Nothing's making any sense. Yeah, you should probably go see a doctor. Desperately trying to keep myself upright as I clutch a hand to my head, I staggered forwards. Unlike the headaches from before that gradually died down, this one only seems to be getting worse. Thump, thump, thump. It won't stop at all. I'm brought to my knees. I can hardly even think straight, my head threatening to explode at any moment. And then, through gritted teeth and a pained expression, I see it. Something that shouldn't exist. What? Yet, clearly does, as confirmed by my own terrified eyes. What? Is it a cloud? Oh, a Monstar. That's the only word that can come to my scrambled mind. A hulking, grotesque mass of flesh, with gnarled fangs and red, slitted eyes seething with hate. The closest thing I can relate it to would be a dog. But no dog I know of is 3 times the size of me, its form practically eclipsing the sun. Oh, that's not good. It snorts with flared nostrils, something like steam being exhaled out. Given its tense stance and the fact it's blocking my way, I can only assume it's here for me. But why? What the hell is it? I don't know. Looks like a demon. Where did it come from? Why does it want me? 1,000,001 questions race through my head, but I doubt I'm going to get any answers from this thing. There's only one thing I can do when presented with such odds, and that is to... Ooh! Say flee or stand my ground. Well, I mean... If I stand my ground, I'm probably gonna die. If I flee, I'm probably gonna get... caught, but... fleeing is probably the best choice I have. Yeah, of course. I would be an idiot to attempt anything else. When confronted with something that defies everything I know about nature and has a look that says, I'm going to eat you, it's basic human instinct to want to run. Not giving the beast any more of my time, I spin on my heel and hurtle myself in the opposite direction. Any fatigue I might have felt earlier is magically gone as I pump my legs frantically. It's amazing what fear can do to pep up your senses. Yeah, that fight or flight response. I run as fast as I can, but in my haste I twist my foot at a bad angle, crumpling into a heap on the ground. Great timing. Ignoring the nasty scribs across my knees, I desperately try to heave myself up off of the ground, but it's useless. I'm a complete wreck. I can hear the beast rampaging just behind me, having given chase. The fear of impending death is making my limbs useless, my scattered mind unable to give them any clear commands. The only thing I can do is turn my head around to meet my incoming demise, the beast stomping so hard across the ground that cracks spread out with each step. It's over. Right before the beast can connect with me and bring my life to a grisly end, a dazzling radiant light floods my vision, engulfing both me and the Monstar. What is this light? And we will find out in the next episode of Sakura Angels. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll find out what this dazzling light is. So everyone, if you guys enjoyed it, then please slime that like button and let me know what you guys think this dazzling radiant light is down in the comments. And thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye! Wait. How do I know that she sleeps naked? Are we dating?